Hello everyone, and welcome back to ID Dan Stories. First of all, I want to sincerely apologize for the delay in bringing you part 2 of When Pride Destroyed My Home. We had a few technical issues along the way, but by God's grace, everything is fixed now. I want to truly appreciate all of you for your patience, your encouragement, and your support. It means so much to us. Now, part 2 is finally here, and trust me, it is worth the wait. Please don't just watch. Remember to like, drop a comment to share your thoughts, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with others so more people can be blessed. Thank you once again for standing with us. Let's dive right into today's continuation of the story.
Mary. I don't even know where to begin anymore. I've tried, I've prayed, I've begged you to listen, not for me, but for us. But every time I plead, it feels like I'm speaking into the wind. Your stubbornness is tearing us apart, brick by brick, day after day. I can't keep carrying this marriage on my shoulders alone while you keep pulling us in the opposite direction. I love you, Mary, but this is breaking me.
Breaking you? And what about me, John? Do you think I don't feel broken? Do you think it's easy to live like this, always restrained, always reminded of what we don't have, always told to be patient while life passes me by? You say I'm stubborn, but maybe I'm just tired of being invisible. You tell me you love me, but love without freedom, love without provision, love without excitement, what kind of love is that? Maybe the truth is, you're not the man I should be with.
Mary. Do you realize what you just said? After everything, after my sacrifices, after my patience, after my prayers, you tell me I'm not the man you should be with? Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not enough for you. But one thing I know. I can't stay here tonight, not after hearing those words. I need to breathe. I need peace. Because right now, in this room, there is none.
Wait, John. Where are you going? It's the middle of the night. You can't just leave me here alone. We're supposed to work through this, not run away. Please, don't walk out on me.
I'm not running, Mary. I'm protecting what's left of me. Somewhere out there, maybe I can find peace. Because in this house tonight, I've lost it.
Text message from Lisa.
Don't worry about him. I have a plan for you.
When pride hardens the heart, the enemy prepares a trap. Will Mary realize before it's too late? Or will the poison of disobedience destroy what love has built? Wow, what a journey so far. When Pride Destroyed My Home has shown us how pride, stubbornness, and wrong advice can quietly break the foundation of a marriage. John is hurting, Mary is confused, and Lisa's influence is only growing stronger, but this is only the beginning. The real test is yet to come. Will Mary open her eyes before it's too late? Will John's patience finally run out? And what exactly is Lisa's plan? The answers are coming in part 2, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. So please, make sure you're subscribed, turn on your notifications, and stay tuned for the continuation of this story. Thank you so much for watching, for supporting, and for always sharing ID Dan Stories. May the lessons from this drama inspire peace, humility, and wisdom in every home. See you in part 2. The home becomes so cold. They both act like they don't notice each other.
John, do you realize how long it's been since we actually had a real conversation? Not about bills, not about who left the lights on, not about who's picking up groceries, but a real conversation about us. This house has turned into a prison of silence. We walk past each other like strangers who share the same roof, and it's exhausting me. I can't keep living in a place where my voice feels unwelcome and my presence feels invisible.
Mary, don't talk like I don't notice things. Don't make it sound like I'm blind or deaf to what's happening here. I see the distance. I feel it too. But every time I try to bridge it, every time I try to say something, You either shut me down with your stubbornness or you twist it into an argument. You say I don't talk, but when I do, you don't listen. So tell me, what's the point of trying?
The point is that you're my husband, John. The point is that marriage isn't supposed to be this battlefield where one person always has to win and the other has to shrink into silence. I keep waiting for you to fight for us, to fight for me, but instead you retreat into your corner and leave me carrying the weight of every mistake. Do you know how lonely it is to sleep next to someone and feel completely alone?
And do you know how heavy it is to be accused of everything, to be blamed for every crack in this marriage? Mary, I'm tired too. Tired of the cold looks, the constant corrections, the way you make me feel like nothing I do is ever enough. I go to work drained, I come back home hoping for peace, but instead I walk into a storm. Sometimes I wonder if this house is even home anymore, or just a battlefield where I'm set up to lose.
You think I enjoy this, John? You think I don't cry when you're not looking? I've prayed, I've begged God to help us, but I can't fight this battle alone. I want us to be the couple we used to be, laughing, praying, dreaming together. But instead, we're like two ice blocks sitting under one roof, frozen by pride and anger. If we keep going like this, there will be nothing left to save.
Maybe the truth is, we've already lost more than we realize. Maybe what we're clinging to is only the shadow of what used to be. And Mary, I don't even know if we know how to find our way back.
Oh Mary, don't worry yourself too much. You've carried this marriage on your back for far too long, and honestly, it's no wonder you're worn out. John has never truly understood you, and I've seen the signs for a while. You deserve better than cold shoulders and silent nights. You can always rely on me. I'm your friend, and unlike him, I actually listen. Whenever you need a shoulder to cry on, or just someone to make you feel heard and valued, you know where to find me. Lisa, I don't know what to do anymore. It feels like everything I try with John falls apart. I've prayed, I've tried to talk, I've even tried to stay quiet, nothing changes. The house feels empty even when we're both there. I feel like I'm losing myself piece by piece. And you're right, sometimes I wonder if he even sees me anymore. But then I think about the vows, the promises before God, and it breaks my heart to even imagine letting go. Sweetheart, vows are important, yes, but what about your own heart? What about your peace of mind? If you give and give until there's nothing left of you, who will be there to pick up the pieces? Certainly not John, he's too wrapped up in himself. Look at you, Mary, you're exhausted, drained, even questioning your worth. That's not what marriage is supposed to be. And if he can't see the treasure he has, then maybe he doesn't deserve it. Maybe. You're fighting for something that doesn't want to be saved. But Lisa, marriage isn't something I can just throw away because it's hard. I know I made vows, I know I promised to stand by him in good and bad. It's just, right now, the bad feels overwhelming, and I don't see the light anymore. I came to you because I thought maybe you'd help me see clearly, not push me closer to giving up. And that's exactly why I'm here, Mary, to help you see clearly. I don't want you to give up. I just don't want you to destroy yourself while trying to fix what might already be broken beyond repair. You've been strong for so long, but strength also means knowing when to step back. Let him feel the absence of your voice, your presence, your care. Maybe that's what it'll take for him to realize what he's losing, or maybe, just maybe, you'll realize you've been pouring yourself into an empty well all this time. Either way, you'll find peace. And trust me, you can always rely on me to be here, to remind you that you deserve happiness. With me by your side, Mary, you'll never be alone. Forget the coldness at home. Here, at least, you have warmth, and someone who truly understands what you're going through. John. What are you doing? Why are you packing your things at this hour? Where are you going? Don't tell me you're walking out on me now, after everything we've been through, after all these arguments, after all the tears. Are you really just going to leave?
Mary, it's not about walking out. It's not about giving up on us. It's about breathing before I suffocate. I can't keep living in this constant tension. This house has become so loud with silence and so heavy with unspoken words that I feel like I'm drowning inside my own home. I love you, Mary, I really do. But I need peace. I need space to think, to remember who we were before all this bitterness swallowed us.
Peace. And you think you'll find peace by abandoning me here in this cold house alone? Do you even realize how much this will break me? You say you love me, but love doesn't run away when things get hard. Love stays. Love fights. If you leave, John, what message does that send? That I wasn't worth fighting through the storm with? That your peace is more important than our marriage?
No, Mary, don't twist my words. I'm not leaving forever. I'm not choosing peace over you. I'm choosing peace so I can come back to you as a man who still knows how to love. Right now, every word between us feels like a weapon, every silence feels like punishment. And if I stay under this roof in this state, I'm afraid I'll say things we can't take back, or worse, stop feeling anything at all. I need to step away before this house kills what's left of the love I still carry for you.
But John, what about me? You get to escape, you get to find peace, but what about me? I'll be here alone, left to replay every word, every fight, every silence. You say you need space, but what I need is you. Can't we pray together, fight together, heal together instead of running in opposite directions? If you walk out that door tonight, I don't know if we'll ever be able to find our way back again.
Mary, I hear your pain. I see your tears. And believe me, this isn't easy for me either. Leaving this house, even for a few days, feels like tearing my own heart apart. But sometimes stepping back is the only way to stop the bleeding. I'll be at my brother's house, not the end of the world, just a few miles away. I need to clear my mind, to pray without this constant storm, to breathe. And maybe, just maybe, when I come back, we'll both see things clearer. I love you, Mary. But tonight, I need peace more than anything else.
I don't want peace without you, John. What good is peace if it doesn't have us together in it?
I pray, Mary, that one day you'll understand I'm not leaving you. I'm fighting for us in the only way I know how right now. I'll come back. But please, don't let bitterness build a wall so high that I can't climb back in.
Neighbors begin gossiping.
Have you heard about Mary and John? They say things in that house are no longer the way they used to be. Every time I pass by, the air feels tense, as if peace itself has packed up and left. And Mary? She's always looking upset, never greeting anyone with warmth anymore. It's like she's carrying anger around like a badge. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I've seen the way she talks sometimes, so sharp, like she's the only one who knows everything. A woman who always insists on her way will never let her home rest. And John? Poor man. People say he's even gone to stay with his brother just to breathe. What kind of wife pushes her husband out of his own house? That alone tells you everything. It's sad, really. Marriage isn't easy, but when a woman forgets how to be gentle, she loses her husband's heart without even realizing it. And the shame is, everybody is watching. You know how this neighborhood is, people talk. Children will hear, and it will stain her name. Instead of being known for her kindness, she's becoming known for her pride. I feel sorry for her, But maybe this is the consequence of her own stubborn ways. So, this is what you all think of me? That I'm some proud, stubborn wife driving my husband out of our home? That the state of my marriage is a stage play for your amusement? You stand here gossiping, tearing me down with your words as though you've walked in my shoes. Do you have any idea what I go through every single night? Do you know how it feels to pour yourself into a home and still feel invisible? No, you only see what you want to see. Mary, please, don't take it the wrong way. We were only concerned. You know how neighbors talk. It's not meant to hurt you, we just concern. If this is concern, then may God save me from friends. Concern doesn't whisper in corners. Concern doesn't strip a woman's dignity in public. Concern doesn't spread half-truths like poison. You call it concern, but I call it cruelty. But Mary, everything has an origin. People don't just talk out of nowhere. The truth is, your attitude has changed. You don't greet like before, you look angry every time, and John, well, he's not blind. Maybe if you softened a little, things wouldn't be this way. Don't you dare put this all on me. Don't you dare stand there and pretend you know what happens in my home. Yes, I am angry. Yes, I am hurting. But have you asked why? Have you asked what John has done, how cold he's become, how little he fights for me, how quickly he walked out instead of staying to work things out? No. You only see Mary, the wife who refuses to smile, the wife whose husband left. You lay all the blame at my feet, while John gets painted as some poor victim who just wanted peace. I didn't choose this shame. I didn't ask to be the subject of whispers. But if the world wants someone to blame, then blame John. Blame the man who couldn't stand the heat of his own home. Blame the husband who left me to carry this humiliation alone. He said he loved me, but he chose peace over me. And now I'm left to face this neighborhood, this gossip, this ridicule. If you want a story to tell, tell that one. Mary seeks comfort in Lisa's sweet home.
Mary, I hope you're hungry. Lisa insisted on making your favorite, roasted chicken with seasoned rice. She said nothing will lift your spirit like a good meal. And I agree, good food and laughter are the medicine for a weary heart.
Oh, stop, David. You always exaggerate. Mary knows it's just my way of showing love, through cooking and making sure people don't leave my house hungry.
And that's why I adore her. Even after all these years, she hasn't stopped caring. Honestly, Mary, I don't know what I would do without this woman by my side.
Why is her marriage flourishing while mine is collapsing? Why does she get laughter, warmth, and companionship while I go home to silence and cold walls? We both stood at an altar one day, we both made vows, we both dreamed of love lasting forever. So why is her story filled with joy, while mine is nothing but sorrow? Mary, don't be too hard on yourself. Every marriage has its ups and downs. It's just that some people know how to hide the cracks better than others. What you see between David and me, it's not perfect either, but we choose to focus on the laughter instead of the flaws. Maybe that's something you and John haven't mastered yet. Don't compare your behind the scenes with someone else's stage play. Appearances can be deceiving, my dear.
Lisa is right. What you see here is years of learning to forgive quickly, to let go of pride, to talk through the storms instead of holding them in. Marriage isn't easy, Mary, but it flourishes when both people choose humility over ego. I won't lie to you, we've had our share of rough nights. But love survives when both partners decide that us matters more than me.
But that's just it, David. I feel like I've been the only one choosing us. I've bent, I've prayed, I've cried until my eyes ran dry. But John walked out. He left me in that house alone, and the world looks at me like I'm the failure. And now I come here and see you two, so full of laughter, so united, and it feels like God himself is mocking me. Like he gave you the blessing I've been begging for, and he gave me silence instead. Mary, please don't see it that way. Everyone's story unfolds differently. Maybe yours just hasn't reached the turning point yet. But until it does, you have me, and you'll never lack comfort. Just remember, no matter how bad it feels at home, you can always come here and feel like family. Mary, I've watched you suffer long enough. I see the dark circles under your eyes, the heaviness in your spirit, the way your laughter has vanished. And all of it because of John. A man who claims to love you but chose to walk away when you needed him most. Tell me, what kind of love abandons its home and leaves its wife to carry shame alone? This isn't marriage, Mary, it's punishment disguised as commitment. And I hate to say it, but maybe it's time you stop bleeding for a man who won't even hand you a bandage. Lisa, you don't understand. I made vows before God. I stood there and said, for better or worse. This is the worst, and I don't know if I'm allowed to just walk away. What if I'm the one failing? What if I'm the reason John left? Maybe if I had been softer, more patient, more understanding, he wouldn't have needed peace outside our home. I keep asking myself, did I push him away? Don't blame yourself for his weakness, Mary. You gave, you endured, you tried. And still, he chose silence over conversation, escape over restoration. That's not on you, that's on him. Stop torturing yourself with what ifs. A marriage where only one person is bleeding isn't a marriage. It's a slow death. You don't deserve to die daily just to keep a vow that the other person has already broken in spirit. Think about it, how much longer will you keep waiting for a man who might never come back fully? How long will you live half a life, chained to coldness and emptiness? But if I walk away, what will people say? The neighbors already gossip. They'll say I destroyed my own home. They'll blame me for everything. And deep down, I still love him. Even if he hurts me, even if he leaves me cold, my heart still longs for him. That's the part one can't silence, Lisa. Love doesn't just switch off. Love also doesn't mean chains, Mary. Love doesn't mean you have to stay bound to suffering. Maybe it's time you stop asking what people will say and start asking what you need to survive. Do you want to wake up 10 years from now, still crying yourself to sleep every night? Or do you want to give yourself a chance to breathe again, to laugh again, to live again? You're strong, Mary, but strength also means knowing when to let go. And maybe, just maybe, you deserve better than a man who chooses peace away from you instead of peace with you. Maybe I deserve better. Maybe I deserve to feel alive again. To feel loved without begging for it. To stop being the one always carrying the blame. That's it, Mary. You're finally seeing the truth. You don't have to keep killing yourself for someone who won't meet you halfway. I'll be here with you, whatever decision you make. You'll never be alone in this, remember that.
Mother. What happened? Why didn't anyone tell me it was this bad? One minute I'm told you're not feeling well, and the next I hear you've been bedridden from stress. Please, don't scare me like this. You're my strength. You've always been the one who praised me through every storm. To see you lying here like this, it's tearing me apart. Tell me, what did I do to bring you to this point?
John, my son. Don't cry for me. I'm not afraid of sickness, I've lived long enough to know the body weakens. But my heart has been carrying a weight heavier than sickness itself. I've watched you, my son, walk around with sorrow in your eyes. I've heard of the silence in your home, the coldness that has stolen your joy. A mother knows when her child is broken, and John, your unhappiness has pierced me more deeply than any illness could. This pain I feel isn't just in my body, it's in my soul.
Mother, please don't do this to me. Don't blame yourself for my marriage. Yes, things are falling apart. Yes, I left the house because I couldn't breathe anymore. But I never wanted my pain to become your burden. I thought leaving for a while would give me space to think, to find peace. I never imagined it would push you to this bed. If anything happens to you because of me, I will never forgive myself.
John, listen to me. Peace cannot be found by running away from the very place God planted you. You may find silence at your brother's house, but silence is not peace. True peace comes from reconciliation, from humbling yourself before God and before your wife. You think you left to save your marriage, but in reality, your absence is cutting it deeper. And as a mother, watching the home of my only son collapse is a wound too heavy for this old heart to bear. That is why I lie here now, weak, not from disease, but from grief.
But mother, how do I go back? Every time Mary and I try to talk, it ends in fire. Every silence between us is louder than words. I don't even recognize us anymore. And now the neighbors gossip, the shame spreads, and I feel like a failure, as a husband, as a man, even as your son. I wanted peace, but all I have is regret. Tell me, how do I fix something so broken?
You fix it, my son, by remembering who gave you that marriage. You and Mary didn't come together by accident, it was God's covenant. And what God joins, no man, no pride, no pain should separate. Do not let the enemy fool you into believing it's beyond repair. Your wife is not your enemy, John. The silence, the pride, the bitterness, those are the enemies. If you truly love her, fight for her. Not with words that wound, but with humility that heals. Go back, my son. Go back and show her the man who once vowed to love her through every storm. Only then will my heart find rest.
Mother, I don't deserve your love, or her love, not after the way I've failed. But for your sake, for God's sake, and because I still love Mary more than I can explain, I will try again. I will swallow my pride, I will fight for her, I will fight for us. Please, Mother, just hold on. Don't leave me. I need you here to see us healed again.
That's all I needed to hear, my son. Now my soul can rest in peace, not in death, but in knowing you will not give up on what God gave you. So this is what it feels like to be truly alone. A whole day has passed and not a single call from John. No messages. Not even a cold word or a simple check-in. For years, even in the middle of our fights, he never let a day pass without reaching out, whether it was to argue or to reconcile. But now, silence. This silence is louder than all the shouting we ever did. This silence feels like death itself. Could it be that he is serious this time? That my stubbornness, my pride, my refusal to bend finally pushed him away? I always thought he would fight, that he would keep coming back no matter how far I pushed him. I thought he loved me too much to let go. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe I took his love for granted. Maybe I thought being the wife meant I could demand and demand, without ever listening, without ever yielding. And now, I'm left in this cold room, with nothing but regret.
Mary goes through her phone and saw an old text message from John. She reads aloud.
Good morning, my love. Don't forget to eat today. I'll see you soon. My love. He used to call me that with so much warmth. Where did the John go? Or maybe, where did that Mary go, the one who used to smile back, who used to appreciate the little things? When did I turn into this woman who always complains, who always wants control, who always compares her home to others? And yet, part of me still blames him. Why couldn't he be stronger? Why couldn't he fight harder for me, for us? Why did he choose to walk away instead of standing by me? Doesn't he know I only acted out of fear, fear of being ignored, fear of being unloved? But how could he know, when all I ever showed was anger, never vulnerability? Maybe Lisa was right. Maybe I do deserve better. Maybe John and I were a mistake from the beginning. But then, why does my heart still ache for him? Why do I long for his voice, his touch, his presence beside me? If I truly wanted freedom, why does this silence feel like chains? John, if you really love me, call me. Just once. Tell me you are coming back. Tell me we're not over. Because if you don't, I don't know how much longer I can hold on.
Lisa on a phone conversation with a friend, not knowing Mary is listening to her.
Mary, please excuse me to take this call. I'll be back. All right, Lisa. Can you believe it? Mary actually thinks I'm her safe place. She runs here every time she fights with John, crying and complaining, as if I'm her savior. What she doesn't know is that I love watching her fall apart. It makes me feel even more grateful for my own marriage. Oh yes, David and I are doing wonderfully, thank God for wisdom. And yet, poor Mary is destroying her home with her own hands. She calls John stubborn, but honestly, it's Mary who's the problem. Always so proud, always comparing herself, never satisfied. She listens to me as though I'm guiding her, but I've never really stopped her from going down the wrong path. Why should I? Her chaos makes me look even better. Imagine, she envies my marriage, but it's her own foolishness that makes it collapse. Sometimes I wonder, how can someone be so blind? She thinks I care about her, but the truth is, she's entertainment. And the best part? She doesn't even realize it. She keeps trusting me while I keep enjoying my peace with David. What a pity, and what a fool.
Mary grasps her bag and quietly leaves the house.
Why? Why did I let this happen to me? I had a husband who loved me, imperfect, yes, but still a man who tried. John wasn't perfect, but who is? And yet, I listened to the wrong voice. I made Lisa my counselor, my guide, my so-called friend. And she led me into the fire. Oh, how blind I was. She smiled in my face but laughed at me behind my back. She whispered poison into my ears while she held peace in her own home. I thought she was standing with me, but she was standing over me, watching me crumble. I destroyed my own marriage with my pride. I wanted everything to go my way, I refused correction, I ignored warnings. Everyone told me, John told me, even his mother tried, but I chose my own stubborn path. And now look at me. My house is cold, my husband is gone, my mother-in-law is sick, and the one I called my best friend is nothing but a betrayer. Oh God, why didn't I see it sooner? Why did I close my ears when wisdom spoke? Lord, have I lost it all? Is this the end of my marriage, the end of my family? I feel like I've destroyed everything with my own hands. I trusted the wrong people and despised the right one. I chased after pride instead of peace, and now I'm left with nothing but shame. Please, God, if you can hear me, don't let this be the end. I know I don't deserve mercy, but if there is still a chance, show me the way back. Heal my brokenness, Lord. Show me how to rise again, because right now, I am nothing but ashes. I was misled. But I let myself be misled.
Lisa prays to God in the church with a broken heart.
Lord. I am here. I don't even know how to begin, because my shame is heavy, my heart is broken, and my soul feels empty. I've run in the wrong direction for too long. I pushed away my husband. I rejected peace. I embraced pride, and now all that's left in my hands is ashes. I thought I was strong. But I was only foolish. I made Lisa my voice instead of listening to yours. I allowed bitterness to sit in my heart until it poisoned everything. I treated John like an enemy when all he wanted was peace. Lord, I was blind. Blind to love, blind to wisdom, blind to you. And now, I'm standing in ruins of my own making. I thought I was wise, but I see now that I was led by pride. And pride has destroyed my home. Father, forgive me. Forgive me for every harsh word I spoke, every time I refused to listen, every night I turned my back on John instead of embracing him. Forgive me for allowing anger and stubbornness to guide me. I don't deserve mercy, but you are merciful. Restore me, Lord. Restore my home. Restore my husband's heart. Heal his wounds, heal my mistakes, and heal my family. If you don't step in, I will lose everything. Please, Lord. Don't let this be the end of my marriage. John said he needed peace. And I see now that I drove peace away. But you, Lord, are the Prince of Peace. Bring your peace back into our home. Teach me how to love. Teach me how to respect. Teach me how to be a wife who builds, not one who tears down. I surrender, Lord. Not my pride, not my way, not my stubbornness, just you. Take it all. Take me. Restore my home, and restore my heart. This time, Lord, I will listen. This time, Lord, I will not walk alone.
Mary goes to John's house to seek for forgiveness.
John, please, don't shut the door. I know I have no right to be here. I know I've wounded you more than words can measure, but please, please just give me a chance to speak. I was blind, John. I was proud. I thought I was wise, but I was foolish. I pushed you away when all you wanted was peace. I hardened my heart when you reached out to me in love. I treated you like an enemy, when you were the very man God gave me as a covering, as a partner, as a gift. I destroyed what we had with my own hands. And now, I've come to beg. Please forgive me, John. I was stubborn, I was wrong. I went to God, John. For the first time in a long time, I dropped my pride at his altar. I told him I was wrong. I confessed everything, my harsh words, my arrogance, the way I despised your peace and made chaos my companion. John, I let people influence me when I should have stood by you. Lisa smiled at me while feeding me poison, and I swallowed it because of my pride. But I see clearly now, my greatest enemy was not Lisa, not the neighbors, not even you. It was my own stubborn heart. And John, I'm begging you, don't let me lose you. Don't let this be the end of our story.
Mary, do you know how many nights I lay awake, asking myself what I did wrong? Do you know how many times I questioned if I was a failure as a husband? I bent over backwards trying to make you happy, trying to bring peace, but every word I spoke became a weapon against me. I loved you, Mary. I still love you. But your words cut me deeper than any stranger ever could. You broke me in ways I cannot even explain. And now, you come, asking for forgiveness. My heart wants to give it. But my wounds, they still bleed. How do I reconcile the love I feel with the hurt that lives in me?
I know, John. I know my words pierce you like arrows. I cannot undo them, but I will never repeat them again. I am not the same woman who stood in pride. I am a broken woman who has finally understood the meaning of humility, of respect, of love. If you shut me out, I will understand. But if you give me just one more chance, I will spend the rest of my life proving to you that I can build instead of destroy, heal instead of wound, love instead of tear apart. Please, John. Don't let my pride write the final chapter of our marriage.
My heart wants to believe you, but my scars don't know how. Lord, here I am again. A man with a heart that feels torn into pieces. You know my pain, you've seen my tears. You've heard every silent cry that never reached another ear. Father, I loved my wife with all I had, but her words, her choices, they crushed me. They made me feel small, unworthy, unloved. And even now, though she has come back in tears, my heart is still bleeding. Lord, should I open my heart again? Should I take the risk of being wounded again? Or should I protect myself and build a wall that no one can break? You forgave me, Lord, when I didn't deserve it. You washed me clean when I was guilty, when I was rebellious, when I turned my back on you. Your mercy never gave up on me, even when I fell countless times. And now you ask me to forgive as I have been forgiven. But, Lord, how do I do it when my scars still hurt? How do I embrace her again when the memory of her rejection is still fresh in my mind? Teach me, Lord. Teach me how to love like you. Teach me how to forgive, even when it feels impossible. Jesus, you carried a cross for me. You endured the pain, the mockery, the betrayal, and yet you forgave. If you could look at those who hurt you and still say, Father, forgive them, then surely I can forgive my wife. But I need your strength, Lord. I need you to heal what's broken inside me. I need you to give me the courage to open my heart again. Lord, if this is your will, then let my home rise from the ashes. And if I take her back, let it be with your love, not my weakness. Let it be with your wisdom, not my fear. Help me to forgive like you forgave me.
John and Mary reconciles.
Mary. For days, I wrestled with myself. I kept replaying the words you said, the decisions you made, and the pain it caused. Part of me wanted to shut my heart forever. Part of me wanted to keep you at a distance, so I'd never be hurt again. But as I prayed, I realized something. If Christ forgave me when I failed him, then I cannot withhold forgiveness from you. Mary, I forgive you. I forgive the stubbornness, the pride, the words that cut deep, the choices that broke us apart. I forgive it all, because our marriage means more to me than my pain. I forgive you because I want us to heal. I forgive you because love is stronger than bitterness.
John. I don't deserve your forgiveness. I let my pride blind me. I listened to voices that never cared about us, instead of listening to the vows I made and the God we serve. I destroyed our peace. I pushed you away when all you wanted was love. I see now how foolish I was, how selfish I became. Yet, you still choose to forgive me. John, I am sorry. From the deepest part of my heart, I am sorry. I promise you, no more pride, no more stubbornness, no more listening to wrong voices. I want to rebuild, brick by brick, hand in hand, heart in heart. I want to love you the way God intended me to. Please. Thank you for giving me another chance.
Mary, I don't just want us to exist together. I want us to live together. To dream again. To laugh again. To pray together, to raise our home in God's light. It won't be easy. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past overnight. But we can rebuild. And this time, not on pride, not on selfishness, not on voices that divide us. We'll rebuild on God's word. We'll rebuild on prayer, on patience, on love that gives, not just takes. And as long as I breathe, I'll fight for us, if you'll fight with me, not against me. Quotes. Beloved, the word of God says in Proverbs 14 verse 1, "The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her own hands." Pride, stubbornness, and selfishness may feel justified in the moment, but in truth, they are weapons that destroy homes from within. A marriage is not sustained by who wins an argument or who gets the last word. It is sustained by humility, patience, forgiveness, and above all, love. A wise woman and a wise man will choose to build, not tear down. And when mistakes are made, when pride has done its damage, we must remember, our God is a God of mercy and restoration. What pride can destroy, His grace can rebuild. Some of you here may be battling silent wars in your homes. Maybe words have been spoken that cut too deeply. Maybe pride has built a wall so high that love can barely breathe. But hear me, there is no wall too high for God's mercy to tear down. If you humble yourself, if you choose love over bitterness, forgiveness over pride, peace over conflict, your home can live again. Don't wait until it's too late. Start building today.
Some lessons come only through pain. Some homes fall apart before hearts learn what truly matters. But mercy has the power to restore what pride destroys. And when forgiveness takes the place of stubbornness, love has a chance to bloom again. This is not just John and Mary's story, it is a reminder for us all, to guard our homes, to walk in humility, and to let love win. Thank you so much for watching today's story on When Pride Destroyed My Home. We hope it blessed you and reminded you of the power of love and humility in our homes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to ID Dan Stories for more inspiring dramas of faith and family. Stay tuned, because more life-changing stories are on the way. God bless you.